Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of my road to 3,500. Very happy to hear a lot of rave comments, a lot of positive stuff that what happened to me to my first really video ever last time against Mochi. But if there was some constructive criticism, it was that I needed to better post analyze the match. So here I figured before we get into our game today, we might as well do that. So right here in game 1, we have this small or it's a blunder actually. This mistake here, this 4-2. I decided to split because I was actually not even ahead in the race. I was ahead 6 pips after. But here is just better for two reasons. One, you don't want to get hit on the 10 point here, on your own 10 point. And two, it's never right to split into these stacks. When you see a position where your opponent has 4 and then 5, it's very, very rarely right to split. So let's go to game 2. Is perfect. Just an easy double pass position. Game 3, this was an interesting one, worth looking into. This 5-3 it's always right to just make the 5 point. Even though hitting it just accomplishes, escapes the back checker, puts another on the roof, forces me to enter, use my entire roll to enter next time. Just better to make the 5. And here's my big blunder of this game, this 5-1. This is a very interesting play. Probably, yeah, I don't know why I chose it. I was just tired, I guess, but I wanted to take away his tempo. But even looking at now, like he has to break the 11 point to hit. It's just I don't have enough checkers here to be able to follow up on top of it to make this worth it. Like if I had, I don't know, another checker there, ready to even follow up after it, it would be closer at least, maybe not be right. But here it's just better to do this, which I would never find, but I should have just done this. So game 4, no blunders. Let's move on. Game 5, we have this play here. Yeah, this double one was interesting. I was thinking about the switch, but it wasn't right here because your plan is not to blitz him out. Your plan is to keep purity and try to build your prime. And make switching from the 3 point to the 2 point just destroys your prime value because it makes this 8 point now useless. So here, that was a blunder. It's better just to do something like this or like this, just trying to maximize your checkers to build these points here. And we had this redouble. Nice redouble for me. It was actually an easy recube. 66% for the match. Well worth it. So yeah, let's get started here. I'm gonna tell the opponent that we're ready. So here we have another nice game because we're playing John O'Hagan. He's a very strong player. I think he's one of the giants of backgammon, has been for some time. Obviously, he just won the Texas Open tournament to qualify for the UBC. His first time ever. I'll be looking forward to watching him in there. So here, he's gonna set it up in a couple secs. Hopefully, he can play better like last time. Oh yeah, one more thing. I would be remiss if I didn't point this out. My PR changed from a 4.6 from an 8 on the Galaxy, which is here, 8.1 to a 4.64. Why? Because of this game right here. These plays here. Three play for whatever reason does not points these out as blunders. This one, this one even, and this 6-4, which is coming up. So for whatever reason, it's just too complicated for it. You get the better analysis, and then plays are reversed. So yeah. There's John there. 3219 now. Last time I checked, it's only 3100. But oops, that's better. Good match, John. Thanks for playing. So 6-2 is a nice start, I guess. Better than giving him the opening roll, but he punishes me with 6-1. Double fours. There's one. I think I want the 9 point here, right? I don't want to break this 8. So there's 2-3, and the next best one is just to try to fight for this anchor here. This looks like a fine play. Here, if you don't know this, you shouldn't make the 5. I'm pretty sure you should hit and make the 4. Just going for all-out blitz. You have enough checkers, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And also the anchor here, what else are you going to follow it up with? 4 point just allows me to anchor in the 5. Yeah, nice play. 3-1. Now if he cubes, it's an easy take. He doesn't because it wasn't a cube. Now he has to hit and think about his six, either coming out or coming down. Yeah, I like that. You don't want to give your opponent a good six, which I wanted, but it'll come out. Now if he cubes, it's still an easy take. Still has to make these 2 points, and he has to hit. But it's definitely closer to it than it was last time. He's thinking. Yes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I don't hate it. It could easily be a cube, but I just know what to take. I'm not too cared about the cubing part because it's not my decision. I only care about my own decisions. I'll try to comment on what he has to play because it makes for better viewing. But in my head, I'm only really focused on the decisions that I have. I don't really spot if my opponent's made a blunder at all. But alright, we'll try it here. Yeah, I think it's a double. If anything, it's small. It won't be a big blunder to miss it, I don't think. But there are some losers here. Stuff that hit. Yeah, okay. It's an easy take. So 4-3, like that, yeah. 2-5, that's not good. Now I think I'm entering high and safetying up. Makes a lot of sense. What other options do I have? Coming in on the deuce doesn't, it's the same play. So let's do like this. 6-1, now we need a 5. You don't get it. That's too bad. You should come out all the way. There's no better play. 5, please. Oh, 2-6, I'll take that. There's a 6-5. Now it's easy play. But I'm never going to break this point because I'm way behind in the race. Even if I rolled double 4, it was not right to just come around. That's an ugly roll. I'm playing like this, aren't I? I can't leave a shot. It's too risky to leave a shot. So I gotta play as safe as possible, and unfortunately that's doing this. Get hit anyway. So it goes. Nice 2-6. Only better 6 to jump out. 6-5. Forced almost. Now I can run. Now I guess I'm breaking this thing. It's not really doing much, just standing there. But we'll keep this point just for the contact value. 6-4, try to build some points. What's the best way? Is he leaving a shot next time? No, it's unlikely, so you can play a little bit better like this. Okay, so I still can't leave this because I'm still down with 3 pips. The problem is doing this. Huh. Problem is doing this, and I'm being forced to run off with the 6 next time anyway. But so is he. So is he. How about saving a 6? Oh, I can't save a 6. I was thinking something like this where you could, but it doesn't make any sense. So, okay. I think first instinct was just to do this. Let's play like this. We're still behind. It makes sense to keep this point. Six three is thinking about breaking now. It can't be right. Oh, you can't. Maybe he chooses it. I wouldn't have done it just because I was forced to come out with a 6 next time anyway. There's the 2. There's the 6. And hope the fans. Wow, okay, now we have a recue position. I'm sure we had 4 pips. 4 pips. 4's to hit, 8's to hit. So here's a position where I think it's a initial cube, but I'm not sure about this read cube. Because recube, you want to wait just a bit longer before you send this gammonless recube like this. So I think I'm gonna just take a roll. Could be wrong, no. Okay, now I have another option. Do this, playing for the race, or hit and hope he doesn't roll a 5. So we have to calculate some stuff. Here, this 4, I guess we're probably favored maybe 65% of races. 65% makes sense. Maybe a bit less than that, to be honest. Let's see. Ahead, what, 8, and he's on roll. This is 60%. Versus here, he only hits 11 fives and 1 6. 11 fives, 1 6 is 13 out of 36. That's a little bit more than 1/3. I'm not sure. No, also the other problem is it opens up his gammons for him. If he hits me on the 5, he has a lot of chances of getting the gammon after. There's no chances of me gammoning him. So yeah, let's play like this. I think that was a better play. I'm not sure. I think the hitting play probably gets more wins, but it loses more gammons that it might now make up for it. That was my thinking there. I was scared of getting hit, getting gammon, which happens way too often, and it's not even sacrificing maybe a percentage of 2 or of wins. I did not see this. I think it was right to hit. Because now you have to clear with the 6 anyway. Oh, but he's gone. Not. I don't know. That was a hard play. Anyway, we're far from the cube now. What to do here? Just thinking of whether or not to keep that checker there or step it up 2 pips. Five, 3, playing race efficiently as possible. Just like that. Yeah, I think so. You would have won if you would have hit, but you never know that. You could have just easily rolled a 5 and gammoned me. So okay, now he has a makes 5 point. He's ahead 2-0. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 need to split into his prime, right? 5 for sure, but they were already behind in the race. Doesn't really make sense. Yeah, he has 10 in the zone. Let's stay back. Why? Because they're behind in the race. Now we're gonna hit and split now. First go there. Not hit and split. Here's a 1, here's a 6. Three for sure. 4 there. Now I have a cube. Easy cube because he has bad structure. Five, 1, we're still behind. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're behind. I hold it like this. Deuces. Yeah, if I split, he would have pointed on me. So what does he do with this? Like that was my play as well. Now I just gotta run. Two, 5. I think this is best because we were behind. Doesn't make sense to step under the gun like this. So let's play a little bit like this. Bit safer. Nice roll. Not a good roll. Slotting, right? And he's probably gonna cue, and I think it's a take still. Does this make any sense? No, it doesn't. Let's do like this. I think about the take. Down 10 pips. Doesn't have any gammons really. Even though it's a bit scary. Yeah, I think that was a cube though. I might have just lost the market. Okay. I have to count shots. 6-1. It's not great, but it will plays with 8-2, 2-1. 6-2 isn't, it leaves it direct indirect. 6-3 also leaves indirect. 6-4 is good. 6-5 is good. 6-6 is great. 5-1 is not great. 5-2 clears. 5-3 clears. 5-4 clears. 5-5 is great. And 4-1 makes 4-2 comes down. 4-3 comes down. So the best case scenario, you have a couple of indirects. What's the racing lead? It's what, 13 pips? Slightly outside the point of last take, but he has no gammons. I think we might have enough to find a small take just because of the score. You know, I'm not scared if he gets 2. There's not much difference in him going to 3 away versus 4 away, is what I'm trying to say. But it can go bad very quickly. That's the problem. Um, 10, 12, 13. Structure's too good. My structure's too good. He has a 3-point board, the ace point made. I'll try it. It's not as good as this. Another checker to the ace point. Down. Another checker to the ace point. That's a good roll. He's thinking about a switch. Okay, we're down to 2 minutes. I gotta play a little bit faster now. 6-5. There's no reason to come out. Yeah, just loses. Well, I think that game showed why it was a take. He didn't have good enough structure. We just need a couple doubles here. Might have a chance. Might have a chance. Just need one double six. That's not gonna cut it. There we go. Okay, so it's 8-8. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I recube this? Then you gotta take one roll. Because I might always be often. Let's roll like a 3-1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it? It's a recube. I get the 5-2. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Let's try it. It's an easy take. I think it's an easy take. It's still a 4-roll, 4-roll. And I might not even be off in 4. Come on. There we go. Nice. 5-2 for me. 6-5 is gonna run out. Come on, this is where you need to crank down and play 0. 6-1. Yeah, this is gonna help for the PR. This is gonna help. I like this. Mm, 3-2. So if you didn't know yet, at this position, this one score is one individual score. My take point's a lot lower. The thing is like 82.5%. He has to be favored for me to pass, or 18.5. So yeah, even now, it's a definitely cube for money. But here, it's still an easy take, just because of the score. If it was 5-1, it'd be a pass. If it was 5-3, it'd be a pass. If it was 5-5, it'd probably be a huge pass. But now it's still an easy take because the take point's a lot lower. So yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this. 2, 1. Crossovers, maximize those things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice roll. 2, 1. We're a favorite now. Oh, we're a big favorite. Oh, we're a big favorite. 1, 2, 3. I'll go like this. 5. I think this is the best one. You hear the sirens outside, I'm sorry. Come on. Oh wow, that's gonna do it. So let's see what we played. Run it into extreme gammon right away. Yeah, we couple interesting decisions there. Hopefully I got it right. Oof, I did. There we go. That'll help. I did played well. So yeah, let's do this right away. That was a this game here definitely helped. I want to see a double one though. Double one was the best play. Wow, it was a huge blunder to hit. Does it win more games? No, it loses a lot less games. So my math was way off there. I got to go back to the drawing board on that. But the instincts were right to just place a bit safe. That's cool. Here it was right to come forward. This is a hard play. Always hard to break contact when you're behind in the race. But for it was best here just because here my play. I mean you have to come off with a 6 anyway. So that's why that was wrong. And then here we called him out on this one. Definitely called him out on this one. Yeah, why do you want to leave a shot when I'm going to leave you a shot with a 6 anyway? You just want to play just a little bit safe. Either like this or like this. I mean, like, think about it. He plays safe, I roll 6-1, so I only have to 5 shot, easy. Instead he reversed the swing by letting me hit you with a 2. How about the recube here? No redouble by 100. Yeah, so this is where, if it was an initial cube, it probably is a cube just based on volatility alone, but as it's a recube, it's not quite good enough to cube. This 2-2, this was difficult for me. Because he has a priming structure, you want to split. You're not too worried about the thing, and then this is just an easy double and a pass. Not too worried about the blitz, I mean, for this. So 3-2. I thought hard, but it would have been a huge blunder to pass this, and we got the right decision in the end. Just because he's a little bit, like, he has a little bit bad structure. I mean, counted out the numbers, found 6-2 that plays to the ace. He'll be in it for a while. That's why that was a take. And this 2-2, yeah, I would have found this play, just switching. So here, right? The problem with this is there's so many shots next time anyway. And also, your purity here is less of a factor than just getting all your checkers home. And when you want to get your checkers home, you want the lower points in the board, like the ace point, the deuce point, are actually better than the higher points. So that is why the switch is right. And it probably also, though the gamma is not really a factor, it just is probably a little bit. No, that was it. It's just switching to the lower point to get your checkers home. Here we should have gone. Should have thought more about this. Because of all the stacks and the ace point, you want to run. You want to run. I mean, what's the win percentage? It's 30%. That was difficult. So if it's 30%, why is it right to not just stay back and hope for a 6-1, 6-2, 6, hope for a 6-3 or 6-5, or even some bad fives? I don't know. Well, let's think about it. I'm gonna do with the gammons. Not really, because you only win 0.43% anyway. I don't know. I'll have to look into that one. And this forward here, yeah, I told you this is an easy PR game. So even though look at this, even though he's at 78%, it's still a huge take because of this one score where the take point's a lot lower, like I was talking about. The rest of it, that's it. Yeah, thanks guys. We played a lot better in this one than we did last time. Managed to steal points away from John. That was fun. Thank you, John, for playing me. That was a lot of fun. And we'll see you guys for episode 3.